Quite often, I am asked about the confusion created between HRM, HRD, industrial relations, HRA, personal management, and so on. I thought in this short talk I would like to clarify this. The equation I have given above is human resource management includes human resource administration, human resource development, and industrial relations as well as employee relations. Now, the term industrial relations and employee relations is used in some countries and some organizations. Human resource management is all encompassing HR function. HR function includes all the others that I have mentioned above. Human resource administration, I want to say, is what traditionally in the olden days used to be called as personnel management. Management, intentionally or unintentionally, unfortunately, in the olden days, focused much more on administration and employee welfare. Largely, the personnel people were also called in the olden days as establishment section, or people who are concerned with recruitment, salaries, performance appraisal, and administratively sponsoring people for training. They didn't sponsor, but somebody else sponsored them for training. Employee welfare, including labor welfare, making sure all facilities are available, and things like that. And quite often, parts of these are separated and put under industrial relations or employee relations. So I want to include human resource administration as all that is required to make an organization stable. It provides stability, whereas industrial relations and employee relations provide peace. HRD provides growth. So I say human resource management as a function includes a piece which is IR and ER, stability which is human resource administration, and growth which is human resource development. If there is no peace, then nothing else can happen. Therefore, whenever IR issues are there, everything gets stopped and people attend to IR. But when you have peace, then you want stability. That is where you want to have right kind of personal policies, good kind of salary administration, performance management, right promotion policies, and so on. HRA persons normally deal with the policy formulation part of it. But policy formulation impacts growth and development. And that is why HRD, which is concerned with continuous development of competencies, commitment, and culture, need to be supported by HR policies, which means the administration part of it. So that is why we say HRD is impacted by both HRA as well as IR and ER. So HRD can't totally exist in isolation. Only when good HRA and IR and ER take place, HRD comes. But today's world, without growth and without development, there cannot be any possibility that people will continue to exist simply by virtue of human resource administration and employee relations. That is why today's organizations are constantly concerned with talent management. Talent management is HRD in my view. HRD includes, as I mentioned earlier, competency building. Continuous competence building starts with getting competent people, nurturing them, providing opportunity to use human resources and multiply the human resources and help the company to grow. That is competency building. Commitment building is motivation to utilize the competencies and take the organization forward. Culture building is preparing the organization for lasting impact, sustainability, and all those kind of things. There are various systems and subsystems we can use for commitment, culture, and competency building. These certainly include a whole lot of things like continuous planning of performance, review and feedback of performance, coaching, training and development of facilitating learning among employees, self-renewal exercises using OD, finding out career opportunities and then multiplying talent through career opportunities, succession planning and development, leadership planning and development, a whole lot of issues. All that is dealt with, I think, we classify under subsystems and so on. Nowadays, the term talent management is used for HRD. So I hope this clarifies. A human resource function consists of all the three. And when people started calling the human resource department also unfortunately can be called as HRD, but I would prefer that we use the term HRM department rather than HRD department. If it is a HRD department, it has got to be concerned about culture building, competence building, and commitment building. That is the kind of differentiation that we should make. What is lacking today in most of the organizations is when they start HRD, they are not able to divert their attention from HRA and IR and ER. So quite often HRD suffers. HRD is a lot more intangible, whereas HRA is tangible, IR is tangible, ER is tangible. HRD builds intellectual capital. HRD works a lot more for the future of the organization, whereas HRA and industrial relations deal very much with the current priorities of the organization and so on. These are just thoughts, and I hope this clarifies some understanding of all these concepts. If you want more on this, it is given in my book called HRD Missionary. You can go to Amazon.com and download the HRD Missionary from Amazon.com. I hope this clarifies the confusion, any if you have. Thank you and all the best.